Let's see what you can sniff out here.
Seek.
Theresa, I'm glad to see you.
Check. What the?
Theresa.
What the?
God save you, Tess.
I've still got lots of chores to do. I can't spend my time wandering around.
Huh? Good day, Theresa.
What's going on there?
God be with you, Theresa.
God save you, Tess.
Theresa, I'm glad to see you.
take these miraculous herbs from the distant Orient. An unfailing remedy for you and for your livestock.
I don't know you, unless my memory deceives me. Where are you from, and what are you doing here?
Have you not noticed? I'm saving lives. I came from far away Sasau to avert great misfortune.
My God. What misfortune?
All the misfortune of the world, my dear. For misfortune walks not over mountains, but over men. I have artifacts that will avert mine cave-ins, swarms of locusts, bloody rain, and flaming swords. Not to mention, say, unhappy love, perhaps.
Do they really work?
Have you ever seen bloody rain?
No, I haven't.
There, you see. I have remedies for all woes, and an answer for everything.
Maybe that kind of talk might invoke those woes.
Have you ever heard it said that no one can be a prophet in his own land?
Yes. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, here am I, far from my own land.
What are these peculiar goods you're selling here?
Things that bring good luck. Or bad, if that's what's needed. What are you after? No, wait, don't tell me. I know just what your heart desires. I have here an amulet that will ensure your safety and your whole family's forever. Girls like you are always keen to have one.
Really? An amulet can do that?
Most assuredly. But unfortunately, I just sold the last one. However, I do have something even better.
What is it?
A map. Have you heard of the Skalice treasure?
Skalice's treasure? No.
My dear child, you ought to ask your parents about it. Everyone knows about the Skalice treasure. But no one knows that I have a map to it.
Then why don't you dig it up yourself?
Me, a spiritual man? Please, I have no interest in worldly wealth. But you can have it for only a few groschen.
If it leads to treasure, as you say, how could I refuse?
That's not enough. But do come back when you've got more to offer.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
What about this?
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it. Finally, a reasonable sum.
Hear ye! Relics of the rarest kind, blessed by the Pope himself, and guaranteed to ward off ghosts and demons. God save you, Tess! Troubled by a bloated stomach, then take these miraculous herbs from your
God be with you, Theresa.
How's the work going, Master Potter?
Just fine, until you came along. Do you think I've time to waste on idle chatter? I've work to do. What do you think I live here, away from town? I live here, so no one bothers me with stupid questions.
Well, forgive me for greeting you politely as I passed by. Next time I need a pitcher, I'll go to the Potter by the river, so as not to waste your valuable time. Good day to you.
my death, call me, and bid me come unto thee, that I may praise thee with thy saints, forever and ever. Amen. Soul of Christ, sanctify me.
Good day, Theresa.
Huh. God's blessings.
How are you doing, Jane?
Huh. Have you seen that vagabond by the gate?
Who do you mean?
That stinking beggar who's always skulking around there. I swear he eyed me like a demon when I went past carrying water. There's something not right about that fella. Mark my words. The catchpole ought to send him hopping. We've no need for beggars and idle good-for-nothings in Skalice.
You're right. These vagabonds and strangers from God knows where are nothing but trouble.
My words, exactly. They ought to show him the road.
God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
What news, neighbour? I haven't seen you here much. Where are you from?
I live at a farm beyond the village. Vincent's my name. I know you, though. You're the miller's daughter, right? Your brother helped us with the harvest one year.
Right, I remember that. It was before Samuel started working at the mines.
He's in the mines. I thought he'd be working at the mill with your father.
My older brother Stebor does that. Papa doesn't think the mill pays enough to feed us all, so he got Samuel a mining job. He said it's as good a job as any. And it ought to toughen him up a bit. The mill will go to Stebor one day, and his wife, when he finds one.
And what will happen with you?
I really don't know. I've got too much work to do today to find time to think about tomorrow.
Well, it'll catch up with you sooner or later.
Greetings.
I need it. Everything.
Thanks. Here is your change, and it was a pleasure. Good morning.
Give me What is your wish?
God. God's blessings.
What's new in the village, Yarmila?
Did you happen to meet that scholar who's been wandering around here since yesterday? He told me a wonderful story from olden times when Princess Libusa ruled. You've heard about Libusa, haven't you?
Of course. She was that soothsayer who founded Prague, right?
Aye, that's what they say.
And what did that scholar tell you about her?
About the Maiden's War. Would you like to hear it?
Maiden's War? That sounds like a good story. Tell me about it.
Girls were different back then, in pagan times. They could live, how did he put it? Free of the yoke of marriage. They bore arms like men and waged war. And they chose their own leader, and they even dressed like men. Can you believe it?
What happened to them?
He said they were so bold that they even built their own fortress, where no man was allowed.
They really did that themselves?
Oh, aye. And when the menfolk found out, they were envious. They came together in great numbers and built their own fortress in sight of the Maiden's one.
What? Men and women lived separately in their own castles?
They did, and they waged war on each other. The men were braver, but the women often outsmarted them.
Naturally. How did it end up?
In the end, they agreed on a truce. To celebrate peace, they feasted for 3 days, and each man took away one bride.
Oh. I was expecting it to end differently.
I'd be happier too if the women won and could grab any husband they wanted.
A pretty picture indeed. Thanks for the story. It was quite inspiring. I must be going. Our fortress is still ruled by men, and they haven't learned to clean up after themselves.
God be with you,
Theresa.
Bianca, how come you're up so bright and early?
Papa has me running around from dawn till dusk. You know how it is.
Indeed I do.
I'm glad you're here, Tess. You've got to help me with something. But first, can you go and see Henry for me? He's at the sheepfold by the stockade, as usual.
Oh? Playing around with wooden swords again?
Aye. He's getting ready for the life of a mighty warrior.
Well, at least we know he'll be able to protect you from outlaws with wooden swords.
Oh well, boys and their games. Listen, would you bring him a beer from me?
But why don't you bring it yourself?
If Pa saw me running after Henry, he'd tan my hide. But I can't leave him dry in this heat.
All right, I'll bring the beer to him.
Thanks. And don't forget to tell him it's from me.
Everyone knows all the beer in Skalice is from you and your pa.
You know what I mean. And listen, Tess. Once you've given him the beer, come back to me again. Meanwhile, I'll make an excuse to Pa. I need you to go somewhere with me, but I'll tell you all about it after. Run along before the beer gets warm.
God be with you.
What news, neighbour?
What do you want, mill wench?
Theresa,
Did your old
glad
man
to
send
see
you? I paid him for his flour last week.
No. No, nothing like that. I was just passing the time of day.
Then go and pass it with someone else. I'm not in the mood for women's gossip. Just like my old woman, by Christ.
Where is she, anyway? Your wife, I mean. She's been away quite a long time, hasn't she?
She went to see her family. Said her brother died. What's it to you, anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Bah! She never said a word about him. And all of a sudden, she goes rushing off all the way to Costalet saying he's kicked the bucket. Aye, she's been gone a long time. Far too long. Brother or no brother, I'll take my belt to her backside when she gets back. Anything else?
Has it crossed your mind that maybe she's not coming back?
You're saying she's left me? What the fuck do you know about it? Clear off back to your mill. I've no time for your tales.
I'd say that answers my question. Good day to you.
Hey! My God, what happened to you? You look like you've been assaulted.
What news, neighbour?
I'll be off to work soon. I'm taking turns with Dushek in the East Gallery. It's a tough job there. A cramped space and only one support so far. Hard going it is. That's why Nemoy is sending us in shifts.
Why aren't you resting at home if you'll be off to the mine soon?
The wife's not well, so I'm doing what I can to lighten her load. Carrying water, picking up things at the market, peeling vegetables. You know yourself.
That's very good of you.
Well, when I'm sick, I'll send her to do my job in the mine.
That's really quite a pile of hay you have.
You're telling me there's no end to the stuff.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I ain't the youngest, truth be told, but I can still handle one cartload of hay.
I hope so. It's just that it seems like there's no end to it at all.
Indeed. I'd rather see it all burn to ashes than keep breaking my back here for all eternity.
No sign of the blacksmith. Where can he be?
How are you, Theresa?
Good people, don't leave me to starve. I've lost everything. I've no roof over my head.
I've seen you in Skalice, but I've never spoken to you before.
No, not many people talk to me.
Why is that?
Why? Because I'm a stranger here, and people would rather look after their own than strangers.
Why are you begging?
I lost everything. I had a wife, a home, children. I had cattle and sheep. Then foreign soldiers came and took it all from me. They killed and burned. Only I survived.
What soldiers do you mean?
I don't know. One soldier's the same as the next. I fled far away to this peaceful land, as far as I could from the scene of my suffering.
I'll give you something. Wait.
A few groschen will do.
Here you are. At least you can get yourself a bite to eat.
Oh, thanks 1,000-fold. God sees your good deed and will watch over you.